Hi, Nick. It's so nice to have you on the show. How are you doing today?
Hey Elijah, I'm doing good, man. How are you?
I'm doing fine, fine, fine. And thank you so very much for being here. I truly appreciate it. And I am quite excited to have you on the show, Nick, for some reasons. All right. Firstly, my interest in knowledge seeking, because I believe in order to transition from a chaotic situation and move all the way to that of a beautiful one, I believe it takes the application of knowledge, quality information. And you see, Nick, ever since I discovered that light in the Hebrew means knowledge and darkness means ignorance, I've been so keen to knowledge seeking. Why? Because I do not want to remain in the dark. And that's going to make our conversation today very, very important to me and even to the listeners. Now, the second reason why I'm excited to have Nick on the show is for the sake of the listeners. Nick, we live in an age where information is as abundant as grains of sand. Got a lot of information flying out there. So these folks trust me for quality information. And that's why when I was going through your profile, I was excited because I believe our conversation is going to be insightful. So for that reason, Nick, let's get started with your introduction. Talk to us about your personal or professional journey. We're just so curious, man. We want to know how you got here. And afterwards, we've gotten some beautiful questions for you. Okay, Nick, over to you.
Sure, Elijah. Thanks again for having me. And yeah, I'll just give a little background on myself for your audience. I'm 37. I'm in Naples, Florida, USA, and I'm an inventor and I'm a patent holder on my original creation, CordBrick, which is a weighted cord holder, and it's really simple. It's a tiny little brick, and it does what a lot of bricks do. It's sturdy and it's heavy, but this is different. It's designed for phone cords, so it's designed just to go on your nightstand or on your desk, wherever you charge small battery-powered devices like phones, AirPods, watches, and similar, and just keep the cords right there, keep them all together, keep them organized, keep them from falling off your surface, keep them from junking up your space, and just give you that clean, neat environment to help you stay focused on what's important, your work, and your regular life. Not silly problems like falling cords or tangled cords. And so we were able to get a patent on this product. Just to step back a little bit, I come from a great family, but I was a little misguided in my younger years, and I became an alcoholic. And so I've been sober from alcohol now for over 7.5 years. And part of that journey has been a truth seeking journey, as you alluded to, and trying to figure out what is true and what is false, because I also didn't want to stay in the dark. I felt like I was in the dark. I wanted to walk towards the light, and that's what I've been doing. And just trying to critically make truth-based decisions on my business, and every aspect of it has been just, that if I wasn't able to do that, I don't think I would have been able to find the success that I've been able to garner so far. Because in the free market and business, you can't play games. You have to, see what really is working, what's really resonating with people. If people really are finding your product as a true good solution to their actual problem, and if I've learned that if you make a good quality product, have it actually address real problems that the consumer is focused on, um, and you protect it properly with intellectual property, then you can grow a business. And so that's what I've been able to do here. We're in year 4 of launching CordBrick. I just came out with our second product, Desk Brick, so a little bigger, more capable version, a little heavier. But yeah, I hope to launch more products after that moving forward. But um, yeah, I'm happy to answer any questions you have about the thought process or what I've went through or the struggles, etc.
Yeah, beautiful, beautiful. I found your journey quite insightful, and the fact that you felt that need to go after the truth. And you mentioned that you've been sober for how many years now? I think you mentioned
Over
seven,
7.5. Yeah,
7.5. That's a good one. That's a big win, man. I tell you. I love
yeah.
that. I love that. Okay, so that's gonna lead to the very first question. Just like you showed us your product some seconds ago. what inspired you to start CordBrick, and how did you come about the name? Can you talk to us about this stuff?
Sure. What inspired me was I kept experiencing this problem of being in bed, and I would charge my phone right next to my bed on my nightstand. And the cords, particularly a couple of years ago, there weren't very many long cords. It was always these short cords. And even still, the charger ends aren't very heavy, so they would fall on the floor. And I thought, okay, I see what's out there. It's these little adhesive things you can stick to your nightstand, but I don't really want that. And plus, I want something that can kind of come with my cord and hold it wherever I am. And I don't need something that sticks to a surface. I literally want to be able to just set it on like a bed sheet or any surface with my cord and have it accessible from that point. And then I thought, what could give me a competitive advantage versus what currently exists? And I thought, well, you can wrap your cord around the brick and you can use it to travel with the cord. And then when you take it to go, you can unwrap untangled when you get to your destination. And then you still have your cord management device for, cord holding at any nightstand, then wherever you go. Um, and so that was the main problem that I had and why I thought I had a competitive advantage for this product. And now naming the product and brand just seemed kind of natural. At first, it was a longer name for the product. It was the anti-gravity cord brick. And so anti-gravity because gravity wants to bring your cord onto the ground. And so I shortened it into cord brick. Just because it's a cord management tool and it's a brick. So it solves a variety of cord problems. And I thought that that would resonate best with the consumer. I thought about cable brick or charger brick or some other names, even like cell block, for cell phone. And so I was trying to figure out how to help it resonate with the most people. And so cord brick seemed to be the name that stuck, and that's what we've gone with.
That was a smart one. I got that. I got that. Okay, I believe that there might have been some tough moment when you started this particular mission. There might have been some challenges and difficult situations. So how were you able to overcome those hard times?
Sure. I mean, anytime anybody starts a business, one of the questions they have to ask themselves is, how do I fund this business? I need, whether it be inventory, in my case, I needed inventory. So I needed to design the product and then purchase inventory and learn how about manufacturing. Even if you're, building a podcast, you need some sort of studio, you need the microphone and camera, and you need some kind of brand and topic around your shows or what your audience is going to be getting out of your show, some sort of you need to put thought in that, and it changes over time. So that requires an investment of your time, some sort of capital investment, and then you see, okay, where do I want to go with this? What would I build? Maybe you can't build everything you would build on the first day because you don't have enough funds or capital, or maybe your idea is just not the biggest idea, but it's enough of an idea to create a business for you. So I think the toughest part has been managing, the limited capital that I had access to and trying to figure out, okay, out of this, how do I make a business out of this? I want to create a business so that I can get more money to live my life, obviously, but also to be able to fund future ventures that I would then create myself. I wanted to kind of get a nest egg of investment capital to then invest in other businesses that I go to create next. So what did I do? I tried to launch a business where I was pretty sure that I could find success. And I did that by creating something that was inexpensive, not extremely complicated, not very difficult to manufacture. So I was pretty sure that if I got some inventory, I would be able to sell it, and then I could improve and then prove the concept further, and then launch other subsequent products on under the same brand umbrella, and be able to achieve my ultimate goal of getting acquired and then moving on to a new business after that to create more value in some other way.
Hmm, I got that. I got that. That was a smart one. Okay, then for someone who has an idea, all right, he's got this amazing idea, and now he does not know how to go about it or how to start the idea. What are some insight or tips you would love to share with someone like that?
Thanks. I get that question often from other entrepreneurs, and so I think it's right on point and something that anybody with an idea is wondering. And so the my answer to that is actually a very simple one. Start. Just begin. There's no perfect way to begin to build your product or business than to do it. You have to just start. And you know, I think one of the ways to do that is actually to share your idea with other people and get them to poke holes in it before you go making a huge investment, because maybe some of your investment won't be required or your money could be used in a better way. And you're not going to know that until you start talking to people that might be your customers and hearing from them directly what they want out of whatever you're providing. So for me, I prototyped my product and I went to some local shopping centers and I started asking people, how much would you pay for this? Would you buy it? Is this a problem for you? And so with me, it was pretty easy. And most of the people said they would pay between $5 and $20 for my product. And people said 15 or $20. I couldn't believe it. I was shocked. I thought, wow, I can't believe someone would pay $20 to solve this problem. But it verified that yes, I indeed had a problem worth solving that people were interested in buying a product for or my product for. So I would say ask people and then do whatever you can to begin. There's incredible AI tools available that can give you ideas on how to start or what you might need to do. I think even if you don't end up doing the business though, you'll learn so much from just the exercise of inquiring on how to do it or trying, or you'll reach roadblocks and realize, oh, I didn't think that this would be something that would stop me, but here we are, and now I'm at a roadblock, and I need to learn this thing. I need to talk to this person. I need to find a supplier or a vendor that does this X, Y, or Z. I need to go hire someone that knows more about this topic. You're going to figure out where's the point at which I'm stuck. And so that's what you really need to figure out when you're moving, when you're building a business is, to be able to foresee ahead of time where are those places where I'm going to get stuck and how can I solve those issues now so that when I get to that point, I don't waste time. I can keep moving forward. And the only way you're going to do that is by practice of failing and starting and then not being able to complete certain things. And so, yeah, just get going and reach out to me if you need any help, and I'll try to point you in the right direction.
Beautiful, beautiful. I got that. It is important to ask around, like the part you mentioned that you went to some places to ask and you were asking people how much would you pay for this, and that was a smart one. I got that. Okay, let us talk about your build something initiative. Can you talk to us about that?
Yeah, in fact, I just went to the nonprofit where we donate. We're going to be donating some products. We've also donated a portion of sales to this organization that builds housing for people in recovery from alcohol or other addictions, or even just coming off the street looking to get a job and get their life back together. Um, and so I intend, because we sell bricks, I intend to build physical housing that is managed by nonprofit organizations um, that help these people get a job, get to Alcoholics Anonymous meetings or similar type meetings, um, learn a spiritual a program of recovery in their lives, and create a design for living for themselves that can get them out of their old way of doing things and into back into a productive way of doing things so they can gain some confidence and once again become a productive member of society. I was down and out. I had 3 DUIs. I was spending time in jail. I had no purpose and no direction in life, and I wasn't providing any value to the world. And now here I am 7 years later, after quite a lot of work, but having invented a product and providing something of value to the world that I feel very confident about that I have done. And now I see all these potential possibilities for where I can go and what I can do, but none of that would be possible without that first step of getting sober. And for me, I had somewhere to go that was a safe and sober place. But a lot of people, it's very expensive to get sober housing. It could be $2,500 or $3,000 US dollars per month. So that's very expensive for people when they're, oftentimes, having gone through a real financial hardship to put themselves in this situation. So if we can get more of this sober housing, we can, build something there. And then hopefully I can inspire other people to then build something themselves and share their creativity with the world as well, because I think there's a lot of inventions that just never get invented because the person doesn't do it. They fail for some reason. They're going through some personal hardship. They don't know how. They don't have the money, whatever. And so I think if we can somehow get more people to share their ideas, their creativity, their inspiration with the world, it's going to lead to better products, better ideas, and then we're all going to benefit from that.
That's right, man. I got that. And I tell you, that was a great revelation. You see, one of the reasons why I started my podcast was because I got that revelation, what you just said now. I realized that there are actually some folks who are destined to make some inventions. And these folks are not doing the stuffs yet, probably because they are stuck in one terrible situation or another. Then I decided that I am going to be bringing amazing guests who will be sharing solutions to how they came out of their problems. And I believe that way they'll be able to get some enlightenment and light to come out of the darkness just stuck there. So I love what you said, Nick. That was a great one. I got that. And your story is quite inspiring. And I tell you, your words are filled with so many incredible stuffs. Thank you so very much, Nick. Okay, so to bring this to an end, what would you like to leave the audience with, like a final thought? And to those ones who would like to reach out to you, learn more about what you're doing, you said so many amazing stuffs and it resonated with them and they would love to learn more. How can that be possible?
So the thing I would leave your audience with, especially given what you just said, was that I don't believe that people don't have any regrets in their life. I think everyone should have regrets and does have regrets. And if you think you don't have regrets, I think you're probably not being honest with yourself. So what I would say is how look at what your regrets are, and then see, think, how could I prevent myself from having these same regrets or similar ones that other people say they have at the end of my life. And if you want to prevent yourself from looking back and wishing you did differently and knowing that you were capable of more and not having had done it, um, what I would say is, play the tape forward, see how your life is going to go if you live it a certain way, and try to envision how your life might go if you chose to do your best, to learn every single day. The number one thing that I would say is a surprise to me as an entrepreneur is how much learning is required. I'm learning every single day. I'm constantly building my skills, having to challenge myself with a new um, opportunity that I need to take on somehow that I don't know something about. So I need to go find an expert. I need to figure out how to solve a problem. And the earlier you start, the more time in the rest of your life you have to then apply the solutions that you learned to other problems that you have. And so you're going to learn a lot in business just by starting it or by creating a business or company that's going to apply to so many other facets of your life, and it's going to lead to incredible happiness. And so that's one of the reasons I want to inspire people to build something themselves, is so that they can apply all that learning that they got from the process of building something into the rest of their life. And hopefully it can benefit not only themselves, but all the people closely around them. And then they can go inspire other people to do the same. And we've got a nice ripple effect and everybody benefits. So
Exactly, exactly. I got that. So that's gonna be the end of the show, Nick. Thank you for coming and thank you for sharing this amazing stuff with us, man. It means a whole lot. Thank you, man.
thanks, Elijah.